Good morning, practitioners of love and light. There's a couple things that I need to post, but a few more things that I need to do before that. It's all about creating work-life balance and the donations that I provide when it comes to contributing to society and its betterment. Actually. All right, so angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, and that of these viewers who practice in love and light only. Okay? So, I'm working on just like things are a little like off kilter, but I wouldn't say misaligned. I had about 1 hour of sleep. Maybe a little bit more sprinkled in there. But there were some things that I needed to do, and I was just kept up. And my grandma visited me again. And another passed on loved one that was a very close family, a friend, like a BFF to my mom. And it was so wonderful, the messages that came through. I didn't even call them in. I mean, the door is always, open, so they are always welcome. But yeah, it was impeccable timing, So we're going to go with whatever this means. I should probably look up what that means. Tromsite Tarot. The medievals. Tromsite Tarot. So we should see. Spirit, I'm determined to... Because, wonderful thing. Something that was stressing me out. As far as the things that I needed to do. I was able to get them done, or like one of those major things done, and that was last night. So that was just wonderful that I finally got that part done, which was that was very much needed. And so I'm just, that was a huge accomplishment for me, because it was I didn't even know, I think it's just the anxiety of not being familiar with something, having to approach it solo, and having to approach it solo, and so not even really seeing what you have right in front of you, that you have enough material to get yourself through, at least at the bare minimum, but then it's that anxiety of these are documents that you hire a professional for, and going through the series of the court system stuff with especially this particular lawyer, I'm no longer even I no longer find it valuable or worthy enough to associate an attachment. So to say my ex or whatever, it's I'm not interested in that. I'm over it, and I'm ready to just begin anew. None of his energies tied to my next steps forward. I am doing this. I realized I was doing this primarily on my own. He gave me what I was charged for is basically $20,000 forms. Not producing them, but I did that. I did that work. That tells me that he's the kind of person that takes credit for other people's work. I mean, it doesn't just sprout up all of a sudden when you're near the age of retirement or whatever, So let's look at this, okay? I'm no longer interested in investing further. Like, you know, I'm no longer interested. And Spirit gave me like the absolute go ahead, like you're free to go, you know? And so like just finishing, like having to go through the agony of like not knowing what to do and all these calculations where you feel like it approaches like all of your weak points and you just have to like buck up and like just do it one thing after the other. Like it took me days to produce certain calculations and documents, and like I am so proud of myself that I did them with like such detail and accuracy, such citation, and like just figuring it out. Like no fucking YouTube tutorial. This is like back in the day, like phone book type of like pre-dial-up internet stuff. Like this is the stuff that you just have to figure out as you go through it solo. And you might have some words of encouragement from others, and definitely I'm not going to knock that down because that helped me when I was just like freaking out, so pure support is gosh, it's so helpful to help get you to that next step. So like the divine hears you when you most need it. You just have to keep going, keep having faith in it. And like, dude, I don't know what I would like, where I would be if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. I have received so many answers that, like, and unveiled so many deceits and earned respect from so many individuals that would prefer to keep quiet. And I'm cool with that, but like, seriously, like it was such a growth process that what I just accomplished last night was just like, oh my gosh, I heard my clear audience kicked in. Like the angels were supposed to, my core divine team, it was like a tester unit. They were supposed to like stand back and not fiddle with the gestures that are supposed to come organically and from me. And so I did that. Well, I did tell them, like, I know at the very least you could, if you can, please give me a warning, before, not when I'm about to, but before, like preventative care, like a buddy system, like, just please let me know if I'm about to like fuck myself over, Please, just give me like some kind of like forewarning, please. Like, you don't have to like guide me and tell me to like do these certain things. And I would like that, of course. But, 5 of Cups in reverse said goodbye. That's wonderful. I want to see what's on the bottom. 4 of Pentacles, ownership. See, this is telling the story right here and now. You see, this is not just a castle. It doesn't have like the bells and whistles of like the niceties that you would envision of like a dreamlike state. This is like a fortified castle. You don't fuck with anybody behind this castle because it looks like almost like that there are warring methodologies here that come into play. These are it's like Alcatraz, okay? High security. And this is just so wonderful because I have never seen this card in this deck. So, I mean, I just barely started using them here. So when we look at that, this is very close to I forget what card it particularly is, but we've seen it several times where Spirit is showing the jewels, and I'm looking through the Akashic records in the Liberty Tarot of the Eternal Stars. But that's very much it, like I'm part of let's say the Grout when it comes to what holds this together. I'm not saying I'm the only thing that holds it together, but I'm a very good resource to enable the divine to do their work in a more materialized, expedited fashion. So I love this. I love this part of my journey. What is this? Oh, it's the freaking Empress. It was starting to part, and it's the freaking Empress. That's what they're saying. And this is 100% true right over here. Oh, and look, right behind it is the Tower moment. So, we're building new foundations. Oh, behind that was the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. How amazing is that? You know? It's like these seeds are planted within me, and I can just, produce as I move along. But looking at that, I mean, this is just so beautiful. This is an entry to like a indigo falcon portal. Do you understand that? That's insane. Do you see that? I have to look up like what an indigo falcon represents. That's interesting. You know what? Oh my gosh. This could be an indigo phoenix, like at resting point. When you look at fire, it's like the hottest flame, I think, is like blue or indigo or something of that sort. Something, I can't remember. I know that you can put like alloys within, like powder alloys within fire, and then it produces a different color. So that's very interesting. So that's something that like I kind of want to look up later. But like after the Four of Pentacles came the Tower card, and these are making absolute definite executive decisions. This was once the previous castle, but like it looks, it looks like well established, but it was very like singular with very explosive qualities on both sides. Volcanic eruptions on both sides. So there's definitely a division that you cannot ignore. It's definitely a parting of voice, and this is the very, very first time I've ever seen the tower. Oh, it's splitting itself again. The Tower moment cause a divide amongst the center. So this is dissolution in like plain sight, hidden in plain sight. What else do you want to say about that? Executive decisions. And so we're not going to rebuild this castle. We are like finding new grounds, building new foundations. We're gonna start from scratch. And it's not even 100% from scratch, because we are endowed with the experiences of like codes and standards. Like we're building our own codes and standards system. We're qualifying this new establishment that we're making, that it's not just sturdy and reliable, but also through like the forecast of how the land is and what it prospectively brings. That's what we're really looking at. And it's not just planning the architecture, but what is it? Function before form. Okay. So, we got to know that through these experiences, and being very agile in mind and heart when it comes to coming up with creative solutions, and still being productive in different realms that others would not suspect us to be. And so what's in here? Oh, it's Spirit. Spirit is watching out around. This is a highly this is a time where there is so much exposure, so much power. At least I can speak for myself within my wielding, that people just want to creep in and like, seriously, I don't even need to give you personal stories to validate these things. Like that's just what's happening here. So when we look at that, and today is like surprisingly rainy. I didn't suspect that with how yesterday and the day before was. And but anyway, Spirit is making an appearance on the fourth card, basically. Well, actually, fifth card out of fourth or fifth card, to signify that they are present and presently watching. They're monitoring everything. So nobody can deceive what's going on here. Or what went on, you know. So this is wonderful, though. I'm going to put this in front of the Five of Cups card, because that's what we said goodbye to. It's the difference between this and that. And of course I'm going to invest in this something that's better. And behind that was the Queen of Wands in reverse. You know? It's like jumping through my own hoops. Because, you know, it's like these situations are things that like put us to the test. You know, as far as like, okay, and these are minuscule compared to what's coming up ahead. And this is not to intimidate us, I'm told. This is more like everything has a purpose, you know. Function, the activity of doing, manifesting before form, you know, what's going to, like on the road ahead, you know, it's ever unfolding. So, you know, how do I say it? Because it's like we're doing the actions right now, okay? And then as, you know, we proceed along, those actions are, those verbs, you know, become more of like nouns, like a data point. And so that's why we're saying, how do I say it? Like the function is a data point, like that we're referencing before what takes place. Like it's I don't know, predictive behaviors. I think that's what they're saying. But yeah, definitely like Falcon energy. You see? Do you see that? That's interesting. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to put you back in the deck only because I want you to come out whenever you need to, okay? Need to like emphasize. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. So I'm just determined on like just continuing to move forward. 9 of Cups. You know, because not just because I can for this year, like sake of rebelliousness, because that's not even about it. This is more like I got bigger fish to fry. Honestly, like this is just an illusion. I mean, if there was a bribe accepted to keep me down and keep things like to siphon funds and energies and all that sort, or a bribe blindly taken by the sheer amount and prestige that it provides, like they hold like 0 to Spirit. Do you understand? Spirit could change things up instantly. Instantly. It's insane. So, you know, like it's all like an illusion to keep like pushing paperwork, causing stress, the busyness of things. Like, dude, I don't even need to invest any more time into that. So we have the Princess or the Page of Cups right here with waves crashing around her, surrounding her. Oh, allowing a portal for entry. We talked about that. Like, we have seen this so many times that, like, we may be going through, like, so many feelings that it's almost feels like it drowns you. Like, it's very consuming or hard to, like, trespass, or there's so many things hidden underneath. And that says a lot, actually, about the buried bodies and the disposed children and, you know, others out at sea. that says a lot about what will be uncovered by the power of spirit, aligned with us. Unstoppable. What is this? The King of Cups. Yeah. King of Cups right there. That's spirit in the most loving fashion. You already know this. This is... Spirit is just coming in casually and saying, yep, I'm helping uncover those bodies. That were disposed of, that were forgotten about, that were made to be forgotten about. I am parting the waters for you, pardoning, any bullshit that you were accused of or made to feel inferior for. You, Tina, have the right of way. That's what... Do you see that? So they can go through all of these other mechanisms to shield all their fuckery, but and that's just being 100% honest. But this is absolute. Spirit's pulling miracles for us light workers. I know for a fact Spirit is pulling miracles for me. And so, this is a waymaker for all the miraculous events that are going to happen for others. Because I'm hearing, the whole thing about less privileged, I think that's what's going to happen. It's the first domino. Mm-hmm. But to go from something that's intern status, basically, that's a page, that's a youthful vibe. It's being very brave walking through it. That's for sure. That's the walk of trust for sure. And this is very unique because it's the hint, that concept of the Fool card where you're about to fall off a cliff. So it's the trust fall. This is a trust walk, where you could, because there's the concept of, the Fool card where you could plummet to, being crushed, to death, basically. And for here, it's you could also be crushed by the walls, the seas, or whatever, that cannot be, this cannot be done by man, the separation of the Spirit is pulling miracles. I just know it. It's really not going to feed me lies or, no, I just know it. So anyway, this is awesome because this is Nine of Cups. That's happiness, independent happiness. Those are Sundays compared to something that is just, you would not suspect that they come in, that they're referenced within the same time frame. The availability of the same time frame. Okay, that's insane. That's a freaking miracle right there. So it's us hauling in the 10th cup. That, see, where others get to experience it. This is the domino push. My tummy. Somebody's disturbed about this, but that's none of our concern here. But do you see that? 10 of Cups is where everyone who participated in the journey of the work, the empire, the betterment of the empire is going to experience this happiness, this wealth of happiness. It's supreme. And the King of Cups, that's Spirit right there. Just we get to enjoy it with Spirit. We get to know it like we've known no other. That's the 12th, right, 11th cup right here. So we've got the Ace of Cups all together. Do you know how amazing that is? That's amazing. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. We can go anywhere with this. Do you understand? This is This is community. I'm hearing property. This is an all access pass to like whatever you can like dream up, you can whip up, basically. It's funded. Okay, somebody wanted Princess of Wands. So Page of Wands. Yes. Speaking of, whatever you can dream of, you can whip up. Are you? Come on, Spirit. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm called to open up the deck for that top card because it was 4, 3, 2. And then 1 is 8 of Pentacles. Yes, it's going to take work. Of course it's going to take work. But this is... We've already put in the work. I mean, like, to get us this far, to foretell of this abundance. Okay, it's cutting out to another thing. Can you believe that? So we've already earned this. You know, it's... Oh, less. Okay, 11. That's a strength card. Reposition from justice to, like, strength. So this is absolute passion, driving force, jumping through hoops with the trickle effect going on. This is like a simultaneous effort. That's why that's a community property thing. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's amazing. Okay, so we got those two. I'm going to layer those two on top. So it's like, you know, when you play checkers, it's like king me. Or is it knight me or king me? Anyway, there's that going on. Okay, we're going to do some bananagrams. Okay, we have U turned up, I, and E. Okay. EASLLEHRNIIOSONTYT. Well, I have sun. What is that song? I Ain't No Fortunate Son. I don't know. But we have sail. We have, of course, you know, HR, human resources. We have tune, like TOON and TUNE. We have Ashe. That's interesting. That's the first time I've gotten that. Lease. You know, it's like having a new lease on life, for sure. But this is also understanding, like, if you're leasing a car, it's almost like you can upgrade. I know that people do this because they don't really want 100% to commit to, like, the devaluing of a vehicle. So if they have enough funds, instead of buying, like, fully investing in a luxury car, they move from one lease to another when it comes to committing to that. So it's also seeing that when it comes to that energy, we're moving from like one step, like one foot in front of the other. And it may look like, you know, our resume or something of that sort may have like a jagged path or inconsistencies, because I've never known myself to be that kind of person. But if the situation calls for it, that's what you must do. And not a lot of employers want to hear like the full length of it. But, you know, that's fine. We're not going to ding ourselves, like, premeditatively, especially upon intro. So, you know, like, we don't need to give them the full brunt of what's happening. But, you know, sometimes you just make executive decisions in your life and you realize, okay, well, I have to move on to over here. Or I would prefer to, you know, expound here. And there's nothing freaking wrong with that, okay? Anybody who's going to make you feel incompetent for doing that isn't quite it has yet to learn that lesson 100%, because if they've been there, they're not gonna make you feel like that. Okay, so if they treat you like that, they've never been there. And who wants to work for an employer or, you know, create a partnership with anyone who is going to treat you as insignificant or lesser than? you know, simply through their lack of experience and understanding. You know, give yourself some credit and an applause. We did it today. I see ahoy, like ahoy matey. I see thistle. I don't know what thistle is. Lace. No, not in lace because there's no S. I see soot. Okay. So again, we have to brush that dirt off your shoulder. Okay, so let's look at names. I see Elise. Sal again. Sally. Tina. Serena. Trina. Sean. Stan. Ian, with both an E and E-A-N and I-A-N. I have Orion again. So, see our star families, like star galaxy, like communities. Or we have the blessing of them. Thank you. We see hires. We see Shar. And we see Charisse, but with with S's instead of C at the end. Or beginning, yeah. We have Chorizo. Leanne. Lori. O'Neill. Lion. Nora. We have the brand Noosa when it comes to like yogurt. Lisa. We have some nosy people here, but that's, that's not even a big deal, Spirit says. We have Alien. Elias. We haven't seen Elias in a long time. Aaron. Etta, like Etta James, is it? We see Noon. Okay. Let me see. When they say like, in a showdown, Noon is like one of my deadlines, okay? Supposedly, anyway, inflicted. But it's like a showdown is, like, I'm going to meet you at high noon. That's 12 o'clock sharp. Not a minute before, not a minute after. That's the showdown. That's hilarious. Tori. Tony. Mm-hmm. Art. I almost had Arthur, but I only have one R. We have the ethers again. Yeah, we do. Okay, I have to start putting this together. So let me see if I can put lease. And then ethers. No, I can't. I mean, I could put higher. Let me try that. No, I think ethers is fine. It's just fine. But Orion is strong here, and I don't want to discount that. Ooh, I see Thanos. What? Thanos. That's crazy. Gotta look that up. I mean, there's several, that's crazy. But we have Orion here. Okay, we have a few vowels left in LTY, so we have Riley. We have relay. Rule. Oh, Orion rules. That's what they're telling me. Like, oh, that's good. That's very good. Okay. And we have a separate, like, absolute thank you. It's just like kind of absolute in this box, a gift, like thank you. Somebody's going to give us a thank you. Oh, there's a fly right there trying to get involved here. That's interesting. Right at that moment. Right at that very moment. Oh, and it just put out my thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and fix that, my dearies. Okay. But you know what? No, we're not going to stop what we're doing here, okay? I'm going to show you what it says here. But let me just double check here. Yeah, I'm going to show you what it looks like because it's freaking awesome. Do you see that? Like within, this is like touchdown, like on the goalposts, like that's a big thank you. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. This is also putting gratitude out there. Like this shows the significance of the gestures of gratitude that we've formulated despite trying times. That we're still finding it a worthy investment to push through it, to just get it going. Even with minimal funds, that we're not going to express the lacking and let it get to us. That's energies of projection. Oh, let me tell you, do you like my earrings? I decided to change it up today because I forgot that I had this, as well as my necklace, because since my last job, they prohibited, they were very, very much within the formality of only allowing very, 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 like, just maybe even the chain, no pendants. How crazy that is. So for about a month's time, I was not able to wear, certain things. But, I forgot I had these. And I I made them. Well, I enhanced them, and they have vintage jade Buddhas along with hematite, another crystal, I forget, but also with, what is it, rutilated hematoid quartz. Do you know how beautiful that, like golden rutilated quartz? These are high manifestation within, like, very, like, keeping your calm, and collected, like holding temperance, like that Buddha energy, like ancient guided temperance within that Om, you know, and like just driving forward, knowing the wealth that it represents, and being highly protected and grounded within our pursuits. That this is our meditative thought, and, you know, like very much fortified and focused, and just keeping calm. Like, that's ancient energy. I mean, this is vintage, like and it came from a special seller. And then, you know, as well, all three actually, you know, so comprehensive. I'm not going to tell you all about it, but, and then this is the, golden rutilated, hematoid, or, yeah, quartz. Which is very, that's excellent when it comes to protective manifestation, and being that it's standing on an orb, it's like the balancing act of it. And you know, I never really thought about it before. I was just looking at what sits right with me, and so, like, I'm going to be making a few things in the future, you know. But like, I was very proud of this because, like, I could have just, like, worn it like plain, you know, like how I used to do, and but like these, I like them. I like them. So, anyway, I think that's it, for now. And, what do you want to say? But I love it because, the intensity, these are hand carved, and, you know, this was passed down from generation to generation within the wealth of a business. So, I appreciate that. The partnership of different pieces and sources of work, you know, that are all, you know, solid when it comes to due diligence. So I think that's it for now. It's 9:12 on the clock, and we just reached some wonderful, like, insights, and I think that's it. You know, when Spirit tells me, like, it's time to move on to the next, like, sometimes just plans change. So it's not about me being finicky. It's about, you know, you do as the world, you know, you just kind of move and flow. Those that don't, like, get the gist of it, you know, are, you know, just on a different journey. Let's say it that way. Okay. All right. So thank you very much to my supporters, my sponsors, all donations provided in light and love. Thank you to my, and this includes sharing your gifts. I really, appreciate those who have, you know, have, like, such integrity, you know, sharing these things, and, like, going, like, under radar and just working out opportunities for me. Like, I don't realize it until I'm in hindsight. So you still get the organic part of Tina, which is, like, stuck between two worlds where I can't divulge every single thing. But, like, I think the people that I've conversed with, like, interacted with, understand that, you know. So, to coordinate for, like, a certain meet time and, by certain purpose and content. So, like, I thank you. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for now. So upon closing this reading, I close all portals, sending all energies back to return to their appropriate locations outside of mine. Thank you for respecting my time, my energies, my space, my talents, my skills, my work in advance. Thank you so very much. What else was I gonna say? Yes, send you all back with your karmas due. I initiate them, where I help give you that boost in every avenue. Send back all of these energies, closing all portals now.